You're getting it. You're really getting it. And that is new Def Leppard music next year. So they've not said what that's going to be, but it will be an album. However, more interesting than that, because this is an example of the way the industry is now. In the past, in the 70s, in the 80s, even somewhat in the 90s, you would have perhaps an advance from the record label. If you were very lucky, you might have a 3 or 4 or even 5 album deal. Some had 7 or 10. And then you would make an album and you would push purchasers of that album. And I'm probably teaching you to suck eggs here. And then you go on tour to promote the purchase of that album. Singles were important too, and TV and all of that. This is different, because what Def Leppard have said is, well, we know that possibly we're going to have, or rather, what he said first. Let me just come back a bit on that. He said that we used to be a bit concerned. I'm paraphrasing here, but we used to not like our music being on YouTube, being released on YouTube before they'd really, I suppose, had a chance to push it out there. They're less concerned about that now, and what he did say was, we're going to have an album, but we'll have singles that will come out, and we'll play those live as well, so people will already have heard the music, and then we'll have the album out. And fans will buy that album because they're classic rock fans, and classic rock fans are perhaps more seasoned, and perhaps will have more disposable income, and also perhaps have a more classic, old school view of how they listen to music. So, this is the new way of doing things. Because if you're saying this is coming out before the tour, and if you're saying this is playing, or we're going to play it on the tour, what this is music that then sells the tour. Because the new way of doing things is not album, tour sells the album, it's album to sell the tour, because the money is in the ticket sales for some bands and the merch for most bands. And Def Leppard realised that, and they've always been a band who move with the times, and that is why they're still here. Ta-ta.